So I saw this clip, right, of Mark Phillips from Odyssey World actually going viral about Sasuke being a fraud, right? And it got me thinking, right? I tried to skim through the series again. I'm not gonna watch 500 episodes, so I skimmed through just a few episodes. Well, what I actually did, I actually just Googled Sasuke's fights, right, just to rewatch them. As it pains me to actually say that because I grew up liking Sasuke, right? I just went on this, rabbit hole just watching some of his fights, and I will say though, he was right. Mark Phillips was right. Sasuke was a fraud. Sasuke was definitely a fraud. So, so right now I'm actually on Screen Rant and looking at Sasuke's top 10 best fights. You guys tell me if Mark was right or wrong. Or because I also think that Sasuke was kind of I don't know if I would say a fraud, but I don't think I look at Sasuke the same way I did when I was a kid. So let's go through some of his fights, right? So top 10 best Sasuke's fights, right? So let's see. At number 10, Sasuke and Taka versus Killer Bee. By the way, you guys are going to see a reoccurring theme, right, happening in these fights, by the way, right? So Sasuke and Taka versus Killer Bee. Who's Taka? Taka is basically Sasuke's Akatsuki, right? So when he this is way before the war. This is this is after Sasuke's fights with Itachi, and he gathers up some people and stuff. Yeah, I think this is around that time. And so Taka, it was his version of the Akatsuki, right? So he finds these guys, right, these rogue ninjas, brings them together and tries to form his own version of the Akatsuki. So so basically what the Akatsuki was doing, they were trying to collect the tail beast, right? Oh man. So Sasuke tried to actually go for who? The 8th tail, Killer Bee. They got washed so bad, right? I mean, at the beginning it was okay. The fight was good. Like, I liked the choreography, but they got washed. I mean, and Killer Bee is just one guy, and they were what, 4 or 5, and they still couldn't get the job done. So that's the first L for Sasuke. This is supposed to be Sasuke top 10 best fights, right? According to Screen Rant. And fight number 10, it's him and his crew versus one guy, Killer Bee. Killer Bee washes them, right? And so that's the first L that we're going to give to Sasuke. Fight number 9. Sasuke and Itachi versus Kabuto. Yo, do you guys see where I'm going with this, right? This Sasuke, let's just say Sasuke likes, right? Let's just say he likes group projects. So Sasuke and Itachi versus Kabuto. Hey, right? Credits to Itachi, right? So this is Edo Itachi. So basically, Itachi reincarnated, comes back. He doesn't get tired. He doesn't run out of chakra, so he's good. This is Itachi really. You could say it's like a prime Itachi. If not even better, because he knows more now, right? So Sasuke versus Itachi. I mean Sasuke and Itachi versus Kabuto. If Itachi does not use Izanagi here, if Itachi is not even in the picture, Sasuke wouldn't be in the picture. You see what I get there, right?
That boy is good.
Sasuke, we would have said R.I.P. Sasuke right now. Like, he couldn't hold a candle next to Kabuto, let alone Itachi. Like, what was he thinking, right? So Sasuke and Itachi versus Kabuto. That's an L for Sasuke. A W for Itachi, but an L for Sasuke because he wouldn't have been able to win against Kabuto by himself. That's a fact. He wouldn't have been able to actually win that fight. Itachi had to bail him out. Itachi had to use Izanagi, lose sight from one of his eye, and out Itachi actually out the equation, right? So let's just say were to take Itachi out the equation, Sasuke would have lost. So fight number 9 of Sasuke's best fights. That's another L for Sasuke. Fight number 8, Sasuke versus Deidara. Okay, so here I'm gonna give Sasuke some credit, right? Because he forced Deidara to actually unalive himself, right? So he forced them into a corner, right? Deidara felt like he didn't have any more tricks in his bag, like literally, because that's what Deidara actually had tricks in his bag, and he would actually, if you watch the series, So I'll give Sasuke here some credit that he actually forced this nigga Deidara to actually, unalive himself, but still not a clear winner, right? Like, you are the number 2 of the series. After Naruto, it's supposed to be you. It's supposed to be you. And still, you don't have a clear W. So here we are at number 8, and another L for Sasuke. Vice number 8, Deidara. I wouldn't say that he won, but at the same time, I also wouldn't say that he lost. I definitely wouldn't say that Sasuke won this one either. So, yeah, that's another L for Sasuke in my book. You're the number 2 guy. By now, if we're looking at your 10 best fights, this is 3 out of 3 L's right now. It's not looking good for Sasuke, right? So, but you're the number 2 of the series. You're supposed to have a clear win. Right now, we're supposed to be like, yo, this was insane, right? Sasuke manhandled Orochimaru. Sasuke Sharingan handled Orochimaru. But nah, still, we confused, right? You're getting helped, by your brother. You're getting helped by your crewmates. You're fighting, old ass Orochimaru, sick Orochimaru, not healthy Orochimaru. I can give him a win, right? I just can't. That's just my opinion. I just can't. So, yeah, this is fight number 7. I'll give him an L. That is not a win in my book. So, yeah, fight number 5. Fight number 5. Now, this is the cherry on top. Sasuke versus Danzo. Sasuke gets washed. Sasuke gets washed. He had to have, oh my gosh. Sasuke had to have help. Sasuke, honestly, dog, like, yo, there was this meme, right, of Sasuke, being like a crybaby. And, I used to watch that meme and be like, yo, y'all didn't watch the series, man. Sasuke was not a crybaby, man. Sasuke witnessed, his parents died, man. Like, he looked at his clan and then, there was this, like, community. And then, people hated them, but they were, like, and then his brother just, did what he did, but then now I'm watching this fight. If Sasuke does not have help, right? If he's not fighting alongside somebody, he has to resort to. He always has to resort to something, right? Like, it's always something with Sasuke. But yeah, this was Sasuke's 10 best fights, in the series. And if you ask me, it doesn't look too good for Sasuke, So, was he a fraud? Because that's the question, right? I think probably overrated. I don't know if I would say he was a fraud, but he was probably overrated, right? We never really saw him have a clear W, right? We never really saw him take a clear W. It was usually him fighting alongside somebody else, or the other person letting them win like Itachi did, or having somebody bail him out, like Itachi did against Kabuto, or like Obito did against Danzo. So yeah, is he a fraud? I don't know if I would go as far as to say that he's a fraud, but definitely overhyped. Definitely overhyped. At least Naruto has some clear W's, Even I was about to say Sakura,